So which fast food branded chocolate milk tastes the best? All right, here in Sanford, North Carolina, it's a perfect spot actually to do what we're about to do, and that is go around to all the different fast food chains and find out which fast food chocolate milk is the best. They're all located on South Horner Boulevard here, which is kind of the main drag through town, so I'll be stopping every 5 seconds to duck in and buy just chocolate milk. Probably kind of a weird request, and I don't know that every place is going to necessarily have their own brand of chocolate milk. Dairy Queen. Bingo, got one at Dairy Queen. Seen Naturel all through Canada. It's a very common brand. It's 1% chocolate milk here, so it should taste familiar, but who knows? You know, maybe Dairy Queen's got a proprietary formula on it. Yeah, they had it at Arby's, but it's just the Shamrock Farms version. They didn't have their own proprietary kind. So, on to the next. And Burger King is next. Boom. Burger King chocolate milk. She said, oh, you must have a little one in the car. Not really. We got an immature palate maybe, and we'll see how it compares to McDonald's chocolate milk anyway. Next up is Bojangles, which is a southern chain, but I've seen online that they do have their own chocolate milk. Hopefully they'll have it here at this location. We'll see. There it is. Bojangles chocolate milk. That's a pretty sexy looking thing if I'm being honest. I'm excited to try that. And they just recently got it. The guy said they hadn't had it for a long time. Bug just landed on there. But now they carry it, and $1.27 later, satisfied customer. Colonel. Nope. Struck out looking at KFC. Asked if they had chocolate milk. They said, no, sir, we don't. But McDonald's is just up the road. Of all places to go to get chocolate milk, I guess McDonald's is going to be it. And that's where we're headed next. I know they've got it. A big opportunity for KFC, I think. You know, have chocolate milk on the menu, at least for kids or something. Next up, Taco Bell. Okay, nothing at the Taco Bell. Well, McDonald's, we know they would have it, and only for $1.06 is the cheapest one. Glug Glug Milk Jug. I did have this in the Boston airport a while back. It's fat-free, and spoiler alert, it's not that good. But how does it compare to the others? That's the important thing. It's not on the menu. They got a ton of drinks. The woman claimed that they do have it and they're bringing it out. So we'll see what they've got. Here she comes. Oh, brilliant. Sonic chocolate milk. That was a nice unexpected little trip to Sonic. Again, it's not on the menu. You don't see milk or chocolate milk on the menu whatsoever. It's probably not a popular order, but it must be popular enough if they've got their own brand. So feeling good about that. Let's see what Hardee's has got. Okay, no chocolate milk at Hardee's, and they didn't think I was serious. So, and as I was leaving, they're like, no, we don't have nothing unless it's fried. So a couple more spots to hit up, Chick-fil-a and Wendy's. Let's see. There it is. Figured I'd have some chicken while we're here. Oof, full. That'll happen. But mission accomplished. So, no chocolate milk at the Wendy's. She said yes, they do have it, and she opened up the fridge and there was one white milk in there, and it was Shamrock Farms white milk. So I'm assuming that the chocolate milk would also be Shamrock Farms and not, you know, a Wendy's proprietary. Then she went in the back and checked to see if they had any more. They didn't. So they're out of it. She asked if I was pregnant. Joke, obviously, which I appreciate. I do feel like it after the Chick-fil-A. Struck out on Wendy's, unfortunately. And we're not going to Subway's, just there's a handful of Subways here. And Subway always has Shamrock Farms too, which I like. But again, it's not what we're looking for in this case. So, back home. So, you'll see here, we've got 6 different fast food chain branded chocolate milk. The key word is branded. See, McDonald's, Burger King, Sonic, Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, and Dairy Queen. So just a quick note that Taco Bell, KFC, and Hardee's don't carry chocolate milk, or at least they didn't in the locations that I visited. And also Arby's, Subway, and Wendy's have chocolate milk, but what they have is Shamrock Farms chocolate milk, yeah, which is decent in its own right, but it's not branded as the fast food chain, and that's what we're looking for here. So even though these may be produced or co-packed by other chocolate milk producers, I don't think any of these produce their own chocolate milk, but we're gonna find out which one tastes the best. So might as well start out with McDonald's. Glug glug, milk chug. This is the only fat-free chocolate milk of the lot. 0 fat, and it's also the least caloric of them. The cocoa taste is present, but it feels forced. It's got really kind of, I wouldn't call it earthy, but like a, yeah, kind of a dirty taste and a watery finish. Probably because it's fat-free. Oh, talk McDonald's, then you also got to mention Burger King. Let's see how this is. It's not much to it. It's not very chocolatey. I'd say McDonald's is more chocolatey, but this is 1%. All the others are 1% milk fat. So it's got a little bit more of a creamy taste to it, a little lighter, more subdued flavor. I think the McDonald's flavor was more chocolatey, but the flavor itself wasn't that great, so I'd give the edge to Burger King. Sonic Wacky Pack. And it tastes very similar to the Burger King. You will notice that the containers are identical, so they might come from the same place. And also Bojangles the same way, same container. But of the two, it's really hard to say. Let's see. I feel like the Sonic has just a touch more flavor. Compositionally, Sonic has artificial flavor, Burger King has natural flavor. But I'd give the edge just slightly to Sonic. Just has a little bit more strength of flavor, which was lacking in the Burger King. Okay, Chick-fil-A. Now, chocolate milk aficionados might recognize the knobs here in the shape of the container to be identical with that of Shamrock Farms. And not just that, but the ingredients and the caloric content is exactly the same, so it's fair to assume that it might be the same product. Let's see how it is. Yeah, it's definitely a stronger overall flavor, sweetness, cocoa. There's even some malt in there. It does have a little bit of a powdery feel to it, but it's definitely above the others that I've had so far. It's got the most flavor, and it's not too fakey, kabuki feeling. so jangled. It's gonna be a hard one to see because it's clear. I like the look of it. It's classy. When it's full, it's nice and brown and it looks inviting. So let's see how this is. Again, this is very similar to the Sonic compositionally. Tastes just slightly sweeter to me, but otherwise the same profile, just a tad sweeter. And you'd probably only notice if you were trying it side by side. It's not terrible. I think because of that, in a taste test type scenario, I do favor it just above the Sonic because it has a little bit more punch and flavor. So last but not least, well maybe it is Dairy Queen. And this is the only one that is in a UHT box. It is shelf stable. They did keep them in the refrigerated section of Dairy Queen. See how this is. This is pretty dark. McDonald's is also pretty dark, but this is probably the darkest. What do you think? What's darker there? McDonald's or the Dairy Queen? McDonald's has more of a grayish tint to it, and the Dairy Queen's is more brown. So I know most people aren't pouring it into a cup, but this does look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. It's very different. This is definitely the least sweet of the group, which is a positive thing. It has kind of like it's like a menthol-y type sensation to it. Very slight. It's also got some grain to it. It's not as smooth as most of the others. The Burger King in particular was pretty smooth. It's a little bit more full feeling, but I actually kind of like the fact that it's not overly sweet and it is unique. So for one to drink on its own, I think this one would be pretty nice as well. So which one is the best of these? I mean, it's kind of between Chick-fil-a and Dairy Queen. I'm gonna have these up close, even though they're very different. I have them side by side. Yeah, it's sweet, malty, plenty of flavor. It's also the most caloric, so I mean that does count for something. Yep, I would say that we've got the winner here, Chick-fil-A. That's the best fast food branded chocolate milk. I'm gonna continue to look at some of the, as we go across the country, and I'll update the ratings, as we get new information. But hey, for now, it's Chick-fil-A is the one to beat. Anyone who's eaten paste as a child, it has that sort of similar taste to it. Maybe I'm the only one, but I can't be. It has that sort of a quality to it where when you ate paste as a kid, you were like, oh, it's minty. Even though it's not really minty, but it has that sort of minty menthol-y sensation to it.